and welcome back to Kindling, the channel where we can travel across the African continent using the imaginative power of folk tales. I'm your storyteller, Awe, and today we're going to visit a country located on the southwestern coast of the continent and rich in natural resources and stunning biodiversity. Nicknamed the land of the giant sable, Angola boasts vibrant music and dance traditions and a wealth of folk tales too. So let's head on down to Angola's shores and dive into our next tale, where a placid but shrewd creature outwits an entire village. This is the story of the turtle of Koka. Long ago, during times of famine, a man ventured into the bush in search of food for his village. But what he found was not quite what he expected. Now, after combing this forest for many hours and searching the marshes, he was about to give up when there, nestled amongst the leaves, he came across the turtle of Koka, a large, sturdy creature with a mischievous glint in its eyes. Now, the man had never encountered such a large turtle before, and in truth, he was more accustomed to hunting other types of animals for food. But realizing that there was not much else to be had, and noticing how slow and placid the turtle was, he decided to capture the beast. "You'll make a fine feast for my village," he said, admiring the creature's heft. And so, with much effort, he bundled up the big, heavy turtle and began to make his way back home. The man carried the turtle of Koka back to his village, where the people had gathered in the square, curious and hungry. "Ah, a turtle!" they cried as they saw the hunter returning, carrying his bounty. "We're hungry for meat. Let's kill it!" But how? Immediately, one of the villagers raised up a sharp hatchet. "We'll chop it with this!" Well, by now, the whole village had gathered round, ready to begin preparations for their impending feast. But the quick-thinking turtle, just then seeing a large blade raised up above him, began to sing playfully. "Turtle of Koka and hatchet of Koka, hatchet won't kill me not a bit. Turtle of Koka and hatchet of Koka, hatchet will not kill me a bit." Upon hearing this surprising song, the crowd froze in bewilderment. A singing turtle must be an enchanted thing, they thought. Surely there must be a better way to kill the turtle. They murmured amongst each other, wondering what to do. After a while, another villager spoke up. "If not the hatchet, then stones! Stones!" another suggested. So they all set about gathering stones to throw at the turtle. But the turtle's voice rose up again, steady and clear. "Turtle of Koka and stone of Koka, stone will not kill me not a bit. Turtle of Koka and stone of Koka, stone will not kill me not a bit." Now the villagers were stumped. If hatchets failed and stones were useless, there must be another way to kill this creature. They were hungry after all, and they were not ready to give up. "Then fire! Fire will roast him for sure!" cried another voice from the crowd. But the turtle only chuckled, his song loud and sure. "Turtle of Koka and fire of Koka, fire will not kill me not a bit. On my back it is hard as stone, fire cannot touch me. Turtle of Koka and fire of Koka, fire will not kill me not a bit. On my back it is hard as stone, fire cannot touch me." The villagers began to grow angry, and their ideas became more desperate. "Knives! Knives! We'll carve him up with knives!" shouted another. But once again the turtle sang calmly. Turtle of Koka and knife of Koka, knife will not kill me, not a bit. Well, the people were baffled. It seemed no weapon they proposed could harm this peculiar turtle. A stunned silence now fell amongst them as they wondered what to do next. Finally, someone whispered slyly, "Let's cast him into the deep water. He's as heavy as stone. Surely he'll drown." Now, hearing this suggestion, the turtle raised his voice once more, shrieking, gasping, and panicking. "I shall die there. Well, how will I survive? Well, I shall die there. Well, how will I survive?" At once, the crowd erupted in cheers. "Yes, yes, yes, to the river," they cried. Then, lifting the turtle high, they marched all the way to the water's edge, and with a mighty heave and a great splash, they hurled him into the depths. As soon as the turtle hit the water, he dove beneath the surface. The villagers now watched in anticipation from the riverbanks, expecting the turtle to float back up lifeless. But moments later, the turtle emerged again on the surface, bobbing serenely. And now the turtle's voice was triumphant. "Turtle of Koka in water in my home. Turtle of Koka in water in my home. Turtle of Koka in water in my home." The villagers stood in shock. "That tricky turtle, he fooled us," they lamented in defeat. And so, the turtle of Koka swam away, safe and sound. From that day on, she lived peacefully in the rivers and oceans, her cleverness a lesson to all. Sometimes a quick wit is the greatest armor of all. What a clever escape for that quick-thinking turtle. Once again, we see the value of mental wit over physical might. Well, thank you for joining me again on this brief journey to Angola. Remember, if you happen to come from any of the countries featured in our series and want to share a little more insight into these stories, we'd love to hear from you. You can also suggest any stories that you would like us to feature in future episodes. Just leave your thoughts in the comments below. Next week, we'll travel to the fascinating kingdom of Benin, where we'll meet a thoughtful chameleon. So, don't forget to subscribe and join us again soon for another unforgettable folktale. Until then, remember, the fire of wisdom burns brightest when it's shared. So keep telling stories.